Hello. So basically, I'm giving a basic Python lecture over here. So basically, Python is a very, what do we say, streamlined language compared to other coding languages. Because in other coding languages, when you wanted to make something, you'd have to give the for this logic and then 7, 8, and it's basically this is what people think of coding. It's not exactly like that. But you have to write so much logic to make even a simple visualization. But Python has streamlined all of that through libraries. Okay. While I'm not going to get too deep right now into that, I'm just showing you how to make a basic calculator today. Okay. So let's say I set a variable over here, x equals 2. This variable is an integer. Okay. We all know basic maths. Basically, integers are numbers. Okay. So x equals 3. And I want to print this variable. Print 3. So it's 3. So the similar stuff you see here, like this website logo, Jupyter Hub, it's a basically a Python IDE. So integrated development environment, which we use to make applications, web pages, and a lot of softwares and everything. So the print 3, the way all of this is printed over here is also through these similar commands like this, print. Okay. So let's also, we can also print a string like similar to that. Print Jupyter Hub. You have to put it in strings because this is a string actually. Good. Now it's written Jupyter Hub. But if I write without the strings, if I print this, I'll go live. It won't. Because you have to define it first. But if I define Jupyter Hub over here as a variable, then I can print it without me calling it out. Jupyter Hub equals Jupyter Hub in strings. Now you can see it printed. Okay, so we've shown you numbers and variables. So now that would be enough to basically teach you how to build a similar small calculator just for addition and subtraction. So we set up okay, to set up a function you always have to use these keywords: define, and then the function name. You can make it any name, xyz. So the name will be appearing like this, and in brackets you have to set up the parameters, that what do you want to include in this function, and you have to define those parameters over here in the logic. So similar to that, define calculator. Instead of the full calculator, I just set the function name as cal. So define cal, the two variables are x and y. So we're just doing addition subtraction. So I set up a string actually that if the logic is addition, return x plus y. Return basically means like give this output if this is called. Okay, it is also a keyword in Python. You'd have to go through the list of keywords in Python to know all about this. And if I choose not to put plus but subtraction, then I have to write elif. Okay, if elif basically means else if. It stands for else if. Okay, that if I don't put this addition and I instead I want to choose something else, I also put the logic for that subtraction. So if I input subtraction, then the logic has to be x minus y, similar to how it's x plus y for plus. And if none of these two conditions are being shown in the function, then I have to say print error. So because sometimes whenever you're linking a website to one page to another, so it returns you the logic for the page, that's already defined at the back end of the website, that if a person clicks this button, you have to show him this. But if he's clicking something that the website doesn't know, example, let's say I try to input, let's say if I try to double click or triple click one button just to show me the same error, the same page. So the website would not know that, because in the website's backend logic, it's like only if he clicks it once, then you show him that. It's not written that if he clicks it twice or thrice, you show him this is the same page. So it will return error that we don't know what you're asking us. So the programming frameworks are as smart as humans, end of the day. That's the thing. Okay. I'm cutting this off, it's irrelevant. So now I create three variables in integer input. Okay, inputs basically if I want to, if like, what do we say? Throw something in. If I want to throw something within the variable. If I can't decide what variable I want now, but I want to throw it in later, I put input. You can also put it in the function if you want, but I'm just showing you the logic. And for B, I also set another integer input. that if I want to throw another number over here, so I set it integer input. Basically, in websites where you have to enter details, like example in search bars, so for those things you have inputs, okay? If the website's made in Python. Example over here, if I'm putting something, it also has this logic of input over here. But this is a string input. There's also string input, but I'm not going into that right now. And I just set up input over here instead of creating a integers bracket before that, because this is general, that I can throw anything I want over here, even an operator like plus or minus, which I have over here, addition or subtraction. So this input is a general input. So A, B, C. So I set up a function with A, B, and C, all three in it, okay? So after the first thing it does is should give me this input 5, and then it go and I give it the input 6, and then I give then I give a third input. Okay, I'll set it up here too. Okay, so let's see. 4, 3 minus 9. There you go. It's basically what has it given? It's actually what assumed 5 as minus over here. So it's given me a result based on that. Let me do it again. 10, 6 plus 16. There you have it. So is that clear to you now? 10 plus 6, 16. Forget the minus. I think I just made a small error over here. That's why it's not returning it. Maybe also try it one more. But I hope that actually helped you, and that this lecture helped have cleared some of your basic understanding in Python, and I hope to teach you ahead.